All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening to another episode of Full Body Cast presents Garage Night. Garage Night brought to you by Cole Street Brewery, 1627 Enumclaw, Washington. 1627 Cole Street, Enumclaw, Washington. I went in there the other day. Sat down, played Battle of the Sexes with the Salbracks and a few others, and shout out to Sean. Had a lot of fun. Had a beer and it was a good time. Bordeaux Wine Bar. My wife enjoyed that with her girlfriends last week as well. In fact, that's why I stopped in. It was after the Barbie movie dance. I came home, and then Jamie at that time was out with her friends having drinks at Bordeaux Wine Bar. I went in there, said hi to them. Then as I went home, I stopped in at Cole Street to say hi to Sean. And also, Mazatlan, went there for my daughter's 19th birthday. Always fun. A good time. And then we're kind of casually just kind of throwing in OChef Country Kitchen. This is located in the parking lot. It was known as the Crystal and Pard's Place and is now what is it now?
Claw?
The Claw, yes. And so go say hi to Dan. He's got the Bentley special, which we're going to talk about here. Also has the Travis Kenny, I think, still on there. I'm not sure. It'd be kind of cool if he just did a revolving. Well, for me, that would be cool. But for the Bentley bros, they want this as a staple. They want this. They want people to have T-shirts that say, I had the Bentley special at OChef Country Kitchen. We got Craig Bentley on the mic.
Bless up.
we got a very confused look of Corey Bentley on the mic.
Meatloaf.
And the Bless Up Meatloaf might be the new name. They're going to get rid of the Bentley special, and now it's the Bless Up. We got an exciting episode today. I was telling the guys this already. We got some questions from Holly Graff. We've got a Veronica's Hot Topic. We even have Scary Skelleys. I threw something out for Homer. Thank you, Homer, for re-upping your second account. It got declined last time, but you're on vacation, so you probably didn't update your card. Thank you for coming back. We got 22 active Patreons. Let me shout them out right now, and then we can get into the episode. Once again, thank you very much to Kellen Hall, Holly Graff, Adam Kenny Art, Seth Loop, Cassie Spencer, Amanda Keating. Hit me up. She said, you didn't say my name last week. And I maybe didn't.
Probably because there's no board.
But now she's just ignoring me now. Because I sent her a message. I said, hey, Sawyer, the dog's name, is that from Sawyer Brown? Nope, nothing. Not hearing anything from Amanda Keating. So I think she's mad at me. I'm in timeout. Shekinah Sarver, Jared Skelley, Homer Robertson, number 1. Like Ranchitos, number 1. Ranchitos, number 2. Homer Robertson, number 1. Ben Illman, Jamie Roberts. Shout out. I haven't seen him for a while. Miss him. He's probably... I never heard who won that. Anyone win that? The football?
The squares?
The squares? You know,
Not you.
Not me. Did you?
No.
Jackson Zyduk, Apollo Doodle, Sasha Carey Lynn, Edison City Ale House in Tacoma, Washington. Thomas Savageau, who owns everything. Councilman Anthony Wright. Cameron Stratton, who sells all the real estate in the world. Katri Hoban. Homer the Vet, which is Ranchitos number 2. Homer Robinson number 2. Jackie Van Hoof and Dan Kutz Snyder with OChef Country Kitchen. With again the
Meatloaf.
The Meatloaf. Sandy, Tony Signani said that he loves the meatloaf sandwich. Super excited to have it. He's going to order it tonight. So I hope Dan made a few.
Yeah.
His oven's working.
Seems how when we go down there, we might have a larger order. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if he's ready for us.
I know. Jamie's like, hey, so while you're down there, you're going to order dinner for us too, right? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I might be there all night. I might be helping Dan make these things. It would just be us.
I need to go get some meatloaf staff.
I'm just one guy. He's going to shut off his DoorDash and everything. There's going to be too much going on. But
I'll fight the DoorDashers to get meatloaf.
Yeah. That would be fun to see just him just get overrun. He gets so stressed out. I was there. Damn sorry. This is behind the scenes stuff, though. This is what makes people real. I was there the other day picking up. That was the Travis Kenny for Susan Ferg. And he had gotten another order, and another order came through, and he was just like ready to tear his hair out. He was like, I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. One man band, Dan. One man band, Dan. One man damn band, Dan. Doing it all at OChef Country Kitchen.
We might want to warn him when we're on our way then.
Yeah. I said, hey, we'll be there probably around 4:30. So we need the sun for us to have a nice,
Yeah, but you need to be like, there's like 8 orders coming.
Yeah. And I sent him that at like 8 a.m. He's like, oh, shoot, I should get that meatloaf in the oven now.
And then 26 minutes later, he posted it.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy how he was just already on it. Stock footage.
Yeah.
Clip art. Dan's clip art. Well, let's go ahead and get started with the questions. But real quick, I want to know you guys' feelings right now on having a menu item. Craig.
It's awesome.
Is it everything?
He's still upset he doesn't have a
wanted
burrito.
Say what?
He's
No, you know what?
He's upset he doesn't have a burrito over there.
I'm fine. I love Andy.
good.
I love Andy. I love Mazlan. And
But-
he didn't do it. It's cool. It's all right.
It doesn't sound cool.
You had your chance. You muffed it.
Yeah. Missed out.
Missed out there, Andy.
That was an extra $2 burrito you just lost
Yeah.
out on.
That could have been, and you guys would have been there a lot.
Probably.
A lot.
You would have got me out in person just because it was there.
That's hard to do.
It is hard to
That's
do.
really hard to do.
Yeah.
Your translucent skin. How do you feel about having being on the menu?
It's meatloaf, so I'm in there.
You're already in.
Yeah. To be honest with you, he could have just had a meatloaf sandwich. I probably would have just went.
Yeah. All right.
Icing on the cake that it's a Bentley special.
Well, with this being said, it's called the Bentley Sandwich or Bentley Special. Holly said, ask them if they would ever consider asking Dan to change the Bentley Sandwich name to the Stand and Stuff Sandwich. Would you want that?
I think Craig would have to come up with something that his favorite thing, because Craig's the stand and stuff guy.
Yeah.
He
Oh, we know.
Craig stands and stuffs like no other person in the world.
Stand and Stuff guy, no.
So I think Craig would have to come up with the meat he likes to stuff,
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
and then that
That's
would be the
any
sandwich. It's just a sandwich with every meat possible, and it's called the stand and stuff Craig Bentley.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
What would
Stuffed lasagna.
I would not like the meatloaf to be called the stand and stuff.
Yeah, because you would lose your appetite.
Yeah, but I think Craig can come up with something.
What would you want yours to be?
It's
Meatloaf.
perfect already.
Well, I know that, but I mean, like,
The name?
yeah. Like
Oh, I'm good with it. I'm not
like
greedy.
a Corey.
The fact that he's doing a meatloaf at all because we talked about it is just amazing to me in the first place. So I'm very happy.
Me and both of us are okay with the Bentley. We don't need something said Craig Corey. We're okay with Bentley.
Wow, you guys are sharing it almost like twins.
And it's not just us. Think about this. There's a lot of other Bentleys out there. My parents,
Yeah.
my wife and kids, they're all excited. It's like they're also part of this now.
There's a whole set of Bentleys that aren't even related to us, I think, up in Carbonado. They probably think they got their own sandwich.
It would be sweet as if we would have rented a Bentley and rolled up to it in it and then ate on the hood of the Bentley.
Yeah, that would have been
Bentley
awesome.
That would have been cool.
But
I've never seen a Bentley in person.
But you guys are like twins. Also curious from Hollygraph, if you ever get asked if you are twins when you've been out. Probably not when you were younger, but older.
Me and Corey?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been asked if we're twins. There's a lot of people that could definitely say, "Oh, you guys are brothers."
As we've gotten older, and especially when I started having a beard.
And we had glasses. We put glasses on.
I wear glasses sometimes now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, when I have glasses, a beard or something, then yeah.
I feel like there's
Just-
another guy out there that looks like you that I think we've talked about in the past.
Looks like me?
Yeah. With glasses. He's got glasses. I see him on the golf course every once in a while. I think he's from like Carbonado, maybe. Or maybe he's out in Wilkinson, or perhaps maybe Buckley, or perhaps maybe Cumberland, or maybe
Somewhere
Black
in a
Diamond.
50-mile radius.
I'm
somewhere-
like, I feel like we're just making things up now.
But anyway, I've always thought he looked like you. Probably your same
We'll
age.
get his name next time.
I will. I got it.
Was he wearing Colts things?
No. A lot of Broncos stuff.
Well,
No, I'm kidding.
That's horrible.
So you guys don't get the... Okay, all right.
I think you should, if he does a taco, I think Craig should make up the taco and be a stand and stuff taco.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Or
It'd be a lasagna taco.
That's
from what Craig just said.
honestly, that's what Andy should be doing.
Lasagna tacos?
No. Oh. Yeah. And
That's
then
what Craig wants is a stand and stuff lasagna.
You know what I
taco.
want? I want the old pizza bread from the high school.
Dude, I was thinking about that today. Someone mentioned.
You were thinking about rubber cheese today?
It's that's
So greasy.
you could just pick that up, hold it by the napkin or whatever that it came with, and you would just watch it drip.
The cheese would just fall off if you held the cheese. You just pinch the cheese and it would just come off.
Like that right there. If someone sold the pizza bread or whatever it's called, I would be just enormous. I would quit everything and just eat that. I would probably be dead in 5 years. Like
What's wrong with him? Oh, he started this pizza diet. Well, what is it? He's like, those pizzas from high school? He found one guy that makes them.
Dude, if there was, I would buy it on the street. I don't buy food off the street corner vendors. It's just too weird. I'm too weird. I would buy that.
Do you not consider food trucks on the street?
No. I mean, like people that
They're inside a building to him.
they are.
Oh, I'm just saying in general.
He's
like,
talking about
overall.
like going in another country where they're on the corner,
I'm
just
talking
like
about if
flipping
you
around.
drive by,
Like going out here to the muck street, we're on the side cooking
on the
meat.
reservation there's guys on the side, and it's always got a line, and it's
I
like
gar-
cooked
I
chicken, and I'm like,
guarantee you.
that looks like it's
Hey.
got to be good.
I guarantee you they're up to health code. Guarantee.
But yeah, if they were doing pizza bread out there somewhere, and I'm talking Black Diamond, I'm talking Carbonado, Wilkeson, Buckley, Cumberland, any of those areas.
You'd go to Cumberland for this pizza?
I'd go to Cumberland for that pizza. I would go to the City Hall Saloon if they sold that. I'd probably shit my pants on the way home
And lose a bet.
Dude, I have come so close so many times, and I
From the
would-
city hall?
in general. The other day, I was just like right now, I feel like I could let one go. I am not.
That's a good thing you're not sitting in that broken chair because you would have did it when you
Would've
broke
been
the
gone.
chair.
Jared Skelley, we got Skarey Skelleys.
Hey, before we get to his question,
Yes.
mini shout out to Jared for questions last week.
Yeah,
As you guys probably saw, I was spot on.
big F1 guy.
Spot on saying Verstappen was going to win again,
Yes.
hands down.
Very smart.
And I said that that Mercedes was going to just kind of play possum a little bit, come back. They totally did that this last race. Didn't finish all that great. They're just playing possum. Still P1. Still P1.
What's P1 mean?
Position 1.
Position
Okay.
one.
Just making sure
Pole vaulting.
he wasn't just writing down notes so he can spew things out to Jared.
I watched the entire race.
I prefer to start from P11.
Hey, I watched the entire race.
That's how I like. If you time it right on Mario Kart, that is actually kind of fun to start P11.
Yeah.
And but you hit it
And you hit that secret on Rainbow
boom,
Road.
right on. There you go.
Yeah.
Oscar predictions by Jared Skelley. Or this is the question. Oscar predictions.
Okay.
Do we have multiple
Dune-
choice? Because I don't know who's there.
Dune 2.
Did that come out already?
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer's going to win a lot.
I just think Oppenheimer. I have zero clue. I don't watch movies.
I haven't
So
seen
there's not
it.
a specific question?
Love is Blind 6.
What's he asking here?
I've heard some good things about Love is Blind 6. I'm just
I would
gonna
love
put it
to
out
see
there.
you on. Here's the thing. Sorry, we're hijacking. Real quick, Oscar predictions. Do you have one?
Well, I don't know. I
we
don't
don't
understand what the
Jared-
question is.
What are your Oscar predictions?
We have to know who's up for Oscars.
Like for best actor or what?
Anything. Just throw it out there.
I'm going to go
Jack
Robert
Nicholson.
Downey Jr.
Jack Nicholson
for best supporting actor.
in a
That's it.
in a supporting role.
Lock it up. Lock it up.
Lock it. Now let's talk Love is Blind 6. Okay?
Jack Black.
I'm only in like 5 episodes right now, which is killing other people because everyone's like, like Holly told me to do my homework. But let me tell you this right now. First off, have you guys watched Love is Blind before?
I haven't sat and watched it, but I've seen this episode, so I know what it is.
I've seen people that are blind that are in love. Does that count?
It's similar.
Like Carrie?
They actually put dots on their faces so they can touch each other.
No, Love is Blind is everyone they
Betrayal.
don't they don't get to see.
Where did you lead me?
They don't get to see the other person. They have conversations
personality.
for hours with other people, days, and then they narrow it down if they want to get married to this person or not, just based off their personality, conversation, communication.
And they have to get married in a certain amount of time after they see each other, right?
So what I'm hearing, I have never seen this, but what it sounds like to me from that explanation is it is just like the Jenny McCarthy dating show from earlier.
It's not like singled out.
Yes.
Out, yeah.
So it sounds like the exact same thing.
Exact same thing.
Okay. I get it now.
Yeah. They just make it longer, and you're in a room by yourself.
But it actually is the same questions. It's like
it is. All right, step forward if you've ever made out with another person.
It was always like weird, like wild thong or granny panties, and then it was like half of them are gone.
Yeah, dude, how funny would it be if that was actually granny panties on a singled out? Just so many. There's like 40 girls that kind of exit stage left. You're like, really? Granny panties?
They're comfortable, man.
That's true. And then
from experience, do you know?
Yeah.
And then a few dudes that were just watching, they just like step forward.
Yeah.
But anyway, where were we? Oh yeah,
we were talking about good cotton underwear.
But then they go once they select their person, then they get the big reveal. They get to see one girl. This is again, everyone's seen this everywhere, so I'm not spoiling anything. One girl said that she was, what's that actress? MGK. That's who I look like. I get told that all the way. And then the guy's like, "You mean Megan Fox?" "Oh yeah, that's her name." It's like, no, this chick did. I could see barely a resemblance. It would be like if a goose was like, "Sometimes people call me a duck." It's like, okay, but you're definitely not that. Like, I could see it.
This is Goose from Jersey.
Yeah, sometimes they call me a duck.
Sometimes they call me a duck, and then they sleep with the fishes.
Watch your back. I'm moving. I'm walking here.
That sounded like you went to Italy.
You're getting that pizza you want.
I would, actually. I'd travel to Italy right now if I could. But
they wouldn't make that trash there.
This dude was like, he gave up. By the way, the girl that he gave up looks, in my opinion, a lot like Desi B. Like, there's a Desi B type, not the girl that he went with. I see Desi in this chick. I can see it. I don't know if anyone else sees it. Holly, tell me. Amanda, tell me if you see it too. But anyway, so then we go back, so then they go on. At this point, they go on. They see each other, and then they go on a vacation together down to like the Bahamas or whatever, and then they mingle with everybody else, and then some people are meeting each other for the first time, and then they move in together, then they got to meet the people they gave up, and this is going on over several weeks, and then they meet the families, they meet the parents, and then they get married, or they don't get married. They either walk down the aisle, and they get all the way there, and then they're like, do I or do I? I don't. And then
they make them go all the way to the end of the aisle and like in front of everybody say, I don't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some people don't even know until that moment.
Reality TV.
Dude, it's good. It's trash, but it's great trash. It's like high class trash, in my opinion. But with that said, Jamie and I would like, dude, we should fake it. You go, I go. We're in these rooms, and definitely not the caliber. Jamie is, not me, of to be in these rooms. Like, they're decent looking folks. It's not.
It's not about that. That's what the whole show is about.
Which is true. I'm surprised.
Which might have a good chance.
I'm surprised they haven't thrown out a few Uggs out there. A few Uggs just for the ratings.
Probably just because they know at the end of the day there has to be like somewhat of an attraction when they see each other, and they know that if they did that, it'd instantly be like probably bad for the other person when they're like, ugh.
Throw some Uggs in there.
No, thank you.
No, Ugg them.
But even it would be hard if you're like, let's just say you're like a ridiculously good-looking model, right? But you have a shit personality.
Yeah.
They can't see that you're good-looking now, and now your personality has to do the heavy lifting.
Exactly.
So
exactly,
like you gotta bring something to the table,
right? And who has better personality than anything? Uggs.
Yeah.
There's some Uggs out there. I'm one of them. Charming. Riz off the charts right now.
I'm not sure a lot of people look at you as charming.
They would say this guy's got the Rizathon, the Risley Bear, the Riz.
Would you call yourself the Risley Bear on the show?
Oh yeah.
I kind of feel like your definition of charming is
stay away from Pod 3. The guy calls himself the Risley Bear. Been taking notes about it.
You're in a pod?
You're kind of in like your own little pod room.
We should do our own, but we just hook a bunch of sandy cans together.
Travis, what are you doing? Do you want to lose a bet?
Dude, it's 1,000 degrees in here right now. I got to get out of here, and this thing stinks. But anyway, we got so I want Jamie and I to go. We know we're going to choose each other. The producers have no clue, so we choose each other, and then we get to vacation on our own. But then here comes the second question, and this is going to go, Craig, what vacation does Carrie really want to go on that you will never go on?
Probably something in the Caribbean. I don't know.
You'll never go to the Caribbean?
Probably not.
Me neither. Why?
Well, one...
Sun, obviously for you.
Yes. True.
I feel like that's how the world ends if you put that much of a fire ginger down there.
My idea of relaxing, which a lot of people relax on the beach or a pool, which, that's fine. I could do that for a day or two. But the problem is taking an entire vacation to do that.
Yes.
I'm more relaxed going to a ball game, going to a brewery, going to grab a beer.
Agreed. 100%.
So I'm more relaxed.
Did you say casino? Or did
I did
he
not.
say casino?
He added it.
Okay.
I just let it go. Going to Vegas and then coming back to Vegas and then going to Vegas again.
You know when I'm most relaxed? When I'm gambling. That's what I'm most relaxed.
Losing my net worth.
You know what I'm most relaxed? Why are you laughing?
I think he pictured you naked.
I think he just did.
Yeah. I was.
Okay.
Standing stuff.
That's my answer
when I'm
now.
standing is when I'm eating a Bentley special. That's when I'm most relaxed. What about you guys?
I've never
A Bentley sandwich? That's a whole different thing.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Hey, Dan, don't call it the Bentley sandwich if you want people to buy this thing. Yeah. Especially a meatloaf. The Bentley meatloaf sandwich. You know how many single women might actually buy 1 million of those things?
None.
A lot. Wait, this isn't what I ordered.
We just come out of the back, not even food. Just me and Corey come out from it.
You guys, and you got your.
It's just a hug. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
That's true. That would be a PC hug,
just
shoulder to shoulder, like almost like a Night at the Roxbury.
It's just
thing,
you're
but a
getting
nice
the
one.
sandwich hug between brothers.
Yes, there it is.
You've had one.
I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Small fry.
That's what I was getting at. The only time I relax is during a Bentley sandwich.
But see, Jamie, yeah. So go back to you. That's what Jamie wants. Jamie wants, like, you walk out there, you read a book. You want to read by and even Joey said this. Read by the waves, and you're out. Like, no.
That actually does sound kind of peaceful.
So I told Jamie this,
and I would do it for like a day or two.
A day or two, yes. Okay. Would you then? The man who shall not be named. Okay?
Correct.
He's taken a date. He's gone on a date with your gal while you were out of town.
Yes.
A very respectful, nothing weird.
Yes.
If he loved that, let's say that's how he relaxes too.
Yeah.
Would you be okay with her and him going for a week to the Bahamas together? And you get to go visit some stadiums.
If he paid for her.
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it's true. But you get to go to stadiums. You get to visit 5 ballparks during that time.
What you're saying is either way, Craig's relaxing.
That's what I'm saying.
So so I get your question, and the honest truth is, yes, I wouldn't have a problem with it, especially if it was paid for.
She would.
But Carrie in this scenario would actually probably rather come to the stadiums with me, even though she would want to do that.
Yeah.
She relaxes the same way that I do.
Okay.
So she would probably choose to come to those 5 stadiums over that also.
Okay, well, that's good. For me, yeah, I told Jamie, I said, listen, if you want to find a side guy who's going to take you there, and you guys don't do anything, but you guys, yeah, go.
It's a lot of specifics to go through. Like, you need to sign this contract of.
Well,
like,
no, I mean, like,
you guys are like best friends, but nothing happens, and then like this goes on.
Literally, I wouldn't care.
Why don't you do something where
I would hate
if you guys had, let's just say it's a little bit longer than a week. You go half the time somewhere there, and on the way back, stop somewhere that you want to go and split it. Then you're 50-50.
No.
She just needs a gay best friend. Is what she needs.
Yep. I told her, I said, if I go on this thing a week long, taking a week out of my 52 weeks of a year to go lay by a beach and be bored out of my friggin' mind, we're having sex all the time. And she said, yeah, okay. But I know.
On the beach?
Yeah, she said, and that's what she said. Oh, I'm going to get you a drink of it. So I'll order you a Sex on the Beach drink. And I'm like, we're done.
Burn. Which is what would happen if you have sex on the beach.
Which would be a great new sandwich at OChef Country Kitchen. The Bentley Sex on the Beach.
Sand and crevices.
Sandy. All right, so far we've Jared Skelley. Those are our Oscar predictions.
Yes.
All right, best 80s action movie. I think we maybe have kind of touched on this in the past. I'm going to go first. We'll give you guys a chance to think about it. I feel the best 80s action movie was Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger and the other guys. Very well done, very fun, kind of cheesy at some moments, but again, awesome.
Just top of my head, I don't know. I'll go Rambo.
Okay.
I don't remember a lot of 80s stuff, to be honest with you. I haven't gone back and watched it. I'm going to go with Sidekicks. What year was that made?
That was probably 90s.
Is that 90s?
Sidekicks?
With Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Dude, just take Commando. I'm sure that was 80s.
Yeah, okay, Commando.
Yes, there you go. There's yours. All right. College football video game is back. Level of excitement.
I'm out. I'm out on it. You know why? Because Arch Manning has decided not to be in it.
He didn't want his $600.
So I'm out.
It's been a long time since I played that or Madden, so
if it's not NCAA Game Breaker on the PlayStation where the guy pulls his hammy every run, then I'm out.
Jared, I'm on the fence, but here's how you can win me over.
Buy the game for him.
Buy the game for me. And
he needs you to take her to the Caribbean for him and pay for it.
Take my wife to the Caribbean.
Actually, you know what he could do?
Hawaii.
He has his in-laws in Hawaii.
Yeah.
He could probably just take your wife with him to his in-laws
there you go.
And find a beach somewhere for her.
Find a beach.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of them in Hawaii.
But I really want... I miss... This is what I miss. There's some pandemic things that I miss. This should be its topic on its own, which we may hit at some point in the future.
You can wear a mask if you want to still.
No, I don't miss that.
You can get more shots.
Yeah.
I miss just forced to be at home for a certain amount of time, and then it was okay to play video games. We had our league going. It was fun to build our league.
What was it like to be forced to be at home?
Imagine knowing that you didn't ever have to do pumpkins for like 5 months straight during pumpkin season.
What I chose to do is go to work not knowing what was going on and if I was going to die at any moment is what we did.
Did you think you were going to die?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't know what was going on. We had to show up to work, so we went.
Yeah, you're like, hey, got my mask, checked in. Here's my sticker.
Eventually, I got used to the mask, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And it was actually nice because nobody could see that I wasn't like smiling or greeting anybody.
You're like, wait, you mean I can continue having the same face I've had all this time?
No, it did take a while for me to be unmasked and have to get used to it again and being like, oh, hi.
Yeah. You're like, you forgot that you don't have it on and you're just like cussing. You're like mouthing like, we don't have it anymore.
I got really good at just using my eyes.
By the way, where's the basil? Why is it just Thai basil right now over there in the organics?
Because it's on the tomato table.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I subbed it. Subbed it.
You shouldn't. No,
We,
but we had it.
Me and a lady were looking all over for it. You had one person.
Way not to ask. Why not to just make a phone call?
Should have. It's on the tomato one, huh?
Yeah.
Why not have 2 spots?
Because that's where they call for it. I don't make corporate decisions.
Make them.
I don't want to.
Going now.
Nah.
So there you go, Jared. Put together a league for us, and maybe we'll join.
And then buy Ty Basil, apparently.
What college team would you take if you could?
Kansas.
I'd go Huskies for sure. Oh, yeah, okay.
Not me. He would take Kansas. Make him a football dominant team.
Awesome. I take Kansas.
That's what I used to do in every college game. I'd take like Montana in the college basketball game and make them a powerhouse. And then like back then, North Carolina sucked at football.
Yeah.
So I take North Carolina and make them a really good football team.
There you go.
I'd probably take Rutgers,
Some Ray Rice memories.
and I'd call myself Greg Schiano.
I don't know what that even means.
That's the coach.
Oh.
He doesn't coach there anymore, does he?
Yeah.
He go back there?
Yeah. After his stint with Tampa.
No free ads, Jared Skelley says, but what's your go-to pizza joint?
Elementary school, apparently.
Pizza Bread at high school.
Yeah. If I had to choose, I really love Chicago at Papa Murphy's. If I'm not making my own, I'm going Pizza Hut because I can get stuffed crazy or stuffed crust.
You love getting stuffed crazy.
Meat lovers.
Standing stuffed
Hey,
crust.
Standing stuffed?
Mi-
Crazy standing
That's
stuff.
even a better one. Standing stuffed crust. It sells itself.
Meat lovers stuffed crust at Pizza Hut is
Meat lovers.
pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. There you go.
Pizza Hut is pretty. Pizza Hut breadsticks are delicious, but I do enjoy West Side Pizza with their garlic sauce.
What's side?
It is delicious. I love me some West Side Pizza.
I'm on the board with if we
Frankie's is good as well.
If we could do a conglomerate, this is what I would do: Salad Godfathers, Pizza Hut breadsticks, Papa Murphy's pizza, and then probably dessert pizza from Godfathers.
Godfather's used to have some good. They used to have a really, really good barbecue pizza. Jared knows what I'm talking about. We used to get free stuff from there.
I remember it.
Frankie's is good too. I'll take Frankie's.
Frankie's is good. I like Frankie's a lot. Frankie's just a little pricey
Yeah, but I mean,
to get enough for like a family or more.
if money wasn't an option,
Yes.
Jared got somebody fired from Godfather's.
how?
I'm pretty sure we told the story when he was on, didn't we?
I think we did.
Yeah.
What do you do? Remind us. Not
We got-
everyone's listening to
Turn 'em
the
in.
700 episodes that are out there.
we
right now.
used to run the school store, and we brought Godfathers to the school store, and so we had to go take business meetings, and they kept giving us free food because the chick liked him, and eventually we went there and she was gone.
That's actually a really good one. That's a great one.
we did a lot of business meetings we didn't need to
Yeah.
go to.
Dude, I could right now. I'm craving some Godfather's pizza, a dessert pizza. Just the crumbly, and with the icing,
You need to go talk to Frankie. Tell them they need to bring that back.
bro. I may.
Hey, do you
It's
have
literally
any,
the same thing.
you guys have any Godfather's recipes still in the bag from when you took over the building?
Hey, or not recipes. I'm like, hey, have you guys checked is your freezer gonna need?
Is there still pizza back there?
Have you checked?
You just heat that up. There's
Could you
dates are
just go
fine.
check? Could you just let me know? Last question from Jared Skelley. Who is the one supervillain or movie bad guy you kind of thought had a good point?
Thanos.
That is a good one because the world is overpopulated, unlike Elon Musk says it's underpopulated. I go anti-hero. I've always been a Punisher guy.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, I like that answer also. But I'll go with Thanos. I'll do Punisher second.
I would probably do everything in Back to the Future 2 that Biff did. I would
In Vegas.
absolutely, and I'm not joking. Everything. I would steal
I have
that
modeled
sports
my life
almanac.
off of.
I would go bet as much as I possibly could on it, and I would create a city of total degenerate gamblers where I was the top and I knew all the answers. I would do that. Great point, Biff. For sure. Gosh, I wish
What
I
a
could do
world that would be.
that. I mean, it would make gambling not fun if you knew what was coming, except for the fact that you're winning. So I'd have to have something like I'd probably be playing slots and blackjack where I can't tell the future on that. but my bread and butter, sports almanac, all the money in the world coming to me because I knew everything was going on. I'm literally Mattress Mac, but I make the right picks.
So let me ask you this. This is along the same lines. You have that info. You make your billions, millions, whatever it is. Do you think every once in a while you purposely pick wrong just to feel a little bit better?
Okay.
Or no? Do we just go straight out?
He's going to be losing enough at blackjack anyway. He'll be fine.
Have you guys ever cheated on a test before, like in high school?
Yes.
Okay. When you know the answers, you have them in front of you. Did you ever, like, miss a few on purpose just so that you wouldn't get caught?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why I was asking.
That's what I would do. 100%.
Makes sense.
Like, oh.
It's a fair question. Fair answer.
I'd be like, well, I don't know. I have a good feeling about the Bengals this year. Here's 400,000. But I'll just put $1 million on the Chiefs. Just in case.
Cost of doing business.
Oh, I lost my Bengals bet. What? What? They're like, but you also bet that Joe Burrow would tear his ACL in
Just a very
game
specific
12, third quarter. Lucky guess.
It's not a sports almanac. Why would that even be in the sports almanac? I feel like that's
I don't know.
it's very, very specific information.
And that sports almanac.
It could have been. You didn't
was
look
very
at it.
thin.
That's true.
It was very thin.
It was scores.
Couldn't have that many years in there.
It couldn't.
I personally think it was revolving. Every time you opened it, it was different years.
Oh, it would
Like it was
change.
a magic almanac?
I think so. That's my opinion.
I like that.
I would make my money on the WNBA. People would never see it coming.
This guy just knows.
He
his,
can just
knows
tell.
his stuff.
Do you see this guy bet $4 million on the WNBA game? That's like more than the league's worth.
The player's just pissed off at you for making more off of them than they would ever make.
Then I would just buy the league. Boom.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, if I want to seem like I'm going to lose money, I just buy the WNBA.
Smart. Veronica's Hot Topics. Veronica's Hot Topics brought to you by Veronica and not Hot Topic.
I like how I make fun of the WNBA and then you bring up women's topics. Thanks
well,
a lot.
here's
Thanks
the
a lot.
one. Catfishing/filters. Catfishing/filters. Now, we kind of talked about Love is Blind with the catfishing aspect.
Like Snapchat filters?
Dude, they're out of control right now.
Yeah.
They're out of, you name it, they have it. There's even one, remember that meme of that girl, or that GIF, whatever? Just like there's like 20 hot dogs hitting her face, like getting thrown at. They have a Snapchat filter of that where you can just throw 20 hot dogs off your face. Now, Craig would love that.
Yeah.
Craig's a big fan of that right
Stuff that in there.
now. Craig's downloading Snapchat as we speak.
Yes, I am.
I saw during like the pandemic, there was a Zoom video of a guy who got stuck as a cat because he didn't know how to turn the Snapchat filter off or whatever. And so he did like a business meeting as a cat.
Yeah.
I found that hilarious.
Pretty good. What do you think, Craig?
Or if it's acceptable?
Well, what do you think?
Like, is that you're sending pictures to like a date? Like,
our filters,
filtered?
I think they're out of control. And there's even girls now that I've seen in person, and I literally thought they looked this way. And then I met them in person, and I'm like, oh, they are definitely using filters. And I never knew. Filters are getting too good.
Yeah,
I think
I don't need like if you're trying to like date somebody and you're like if you're posting pictures, one thing is using filters with friends and stuff. But if you're sending me pictures, I wouldn't want it to be like super filtered either, and I wouldn't send filtered pictures back.
Yeah, filtered water.
Filtered water is good for you.
I get why mostly women, I'm sure there's guys that do it too, use filters in their pictures to just make themselves feel better, the picture look better, whatever it may be. But I mean, it's kind of the same thing with women wearing makeup. They do it because they feel better, right?
Ooh.
So
The real life filter.
So
Craig.
But so
breaking it down.
So what I'm saying, I don't really have an issue with it.
Craig just turned into.
I don't know.
Craig
Have you seen some of those makeup videos?
Craig blew our minds, and he immediately went into influencer mode. So he's like, so I don't even see an issue, bro. But like, if that's how the girl wants to live her life, then let her live her life that way.
But have you seen my makeup line? It's called by Craig.
By Craig. Facials by Craig.
I don't.
You know what it is? Secret. Don't tell anybody. It's all suntan lotion.
I've seen some videos where they take off the makeup and then they're they're taping things.
Yes.
Like it's
Crazy.
like that amount of like work for that is crazy. Like makeup is makeup. I don't. But the amount of work to like tape and like paint and like do all that stuff, like that's nuts.
I think.
But no, seriously, guys, that's what they want to do.
I think.
What's it for me to stop?
But this topic though,
Craig Bentley.
I think that filters.
It's so
And-
serious.
Hey, he's got his
No,
hands.
listen.
He's got his hands out.
I just want.
He's never gotten serious on this podcast.
Here we go.
Right now, where he's Hitler hammering the podium in front of him.
I think filters and catfishing are two completely different things.
They could be the same though.
But no, I don't think they are. I think putting a filter on
This guy
is
I
different than
can't take him
catfishing.
serious right now.
If
Craig,
a general filter, yes.
it's blowing my mind.
But some of these videos, if you went to like a club and you were a guy, you would feel like you got catfished by the time if they took all that tape and makeup off and then they were like, "Hey, it's me," and you're like, "Wait a minute." You're like, "Wait a minute."
Well, if a guy,
You could do that in the dark compared to seeing her in the light. Also,
true.
Oh yeah,
Okay, guys, two things. First thing,
it's the same as a guy wearing a girdle.
guys shaving their beard. Talk about a catfish.
Well, the reason guys have a beard, that's
Yeah. Once it's gone, that girl's like, "Oh, okay, you're a thumb." And then the second thing is Craig is passionate, and I think it's because he's like, "Whoa, filters and catfishing completely different." I've been catfishing for years. Mrs. Bojangles on AOL. He's so serious right now, and now I know
you should
why.
see the filters he uses.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
The guy is like, he's probably catfished.
I actually look like a really good female.
He looks like a Russian
FYI.
blonde.
Really good female.
He looks like a Russian blonde.
Have you guys catfished anyone? Truthfully,
No.
I have. Have you?
No.
So, pardon me.
Like catfish. Well, let's clarify that.
Okay.
Have you catfished somebody as yourself or as somebody else?
Well, Jamie's been catfished for a while now. But
I only catfish people as Travis. I have my own
No.
Facebook Travis account.
dude, back in the day, one of my friends left that their AOL open, and I went to find as many naughty, dirty chat rooms that I could go into and pretend I was a very seductive, sexual female, and I was probably, I think, maybe I've talked to you guys about this, but I was probably talking to some other person who's like dude who's in his 20s doing the exact same thing. Like
Explains a lot.
Yeah.
and
Was this pre or
ASL?
pre or
Age-sex
post throwing all the
language?
porn out of the car
Yeah,
at the same time?
same time. I was laptopping. I had my Mac out.
Who? It was somebody
know what
else's
I mean.
account.
Yeah. I was at a friend's house that they were married. They both left. And I was just like, what am I going to do? One went to work.
I'm gonna go
one
into
went
a
to the
steamy
store.
chat room.
And I'm like, oh, dude, we were just on AOL. They were showing me this AOL thing. I'm going to go on there. I'm going to see what is literally on this place, on this thing. And I went ham.
That's not really like a traditional catfish though,
wasn't.
because you didn't get like months and months in like a relationship if somebody thought you were somebody.
Yeah, I was a small catfish.
Yeah.
I wasn't a large lunker
No.
going around the lake. I was just for a moment.
That seems
for
like a
about
very tame
15
like
minutes.
Yahoo chat room back in
Dude,
the day.
it was fun though. I'll tell you that. If I would have had the internet like I did, I grew up in Selleck. So I don't even know,
They have dial up out there, do
they
they?
catfish in person and sell it.
dude. It was yeah. Talk about the porta potty thing. That's exactly how they dated. That was speed dating. Speed dating. Love is blind. Porta potties. Selleck edition.
Hey, you a lady? Yeah. All right, let's go.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're at that time where we're gonna go eat real quick. It's 4.
No more questions.
Those are all the questions. Do you have another one?
No. I thought you said there's more.
We had a
That
few.
somebody else had.
We had Holly.
Okay. Just make sure. I want to make sure we get everybody in.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
to get all the questions.
We ask for questions all the time. We want to make sure that when people do ask them, we get them all in.
Yeah. Nothing from anyone else that I reached out to as well.
All right. I'm just making sure Gotta please the people.
Gotta please people. I did. Veronica did say she laughed hard at the fetish portion of the last episode, and I think Dan said something like how he's like, okay, enough of this. I'm good. Got through that.
You need to put like a sponsorship right back to back with that. Like we talked about this fetish, and then it's like, oh, by the way, come on down and have a meatloaf sandwich.
If your fetishes are meatloaf sandwiches,
if your fetish is putting something in your mouth, come on down to the kitchen.
Oh, we just lost it. We just lost our sandwich.
It's gone. It was there. It was fun. That's the thing. It is kind of fun.
Craig paid me $100. Craig paid me $100 to try to get this place canceled.
Wow, it hasn't worked yet. I still have to show up here.
What's the? Did you guys listen to? By the way, did you? Listen
I did. Crazy Horse.
Painted Horse. Did you listen to the whole thing?
Yes.
Or did you fast forward? Were there any points where you're like, okay?
No, I mean I listened to probably 90% of it. There's a couple I kind of just listened to, but half listened to. I'll tell you this right now. I have no problem. I mean, if he wants to come on this show and share some stuff, it'd be awesome to have him on here. Because we wouldn't be able to talk. When he kept saying how he likes bouncing ideas off people, like when he was on his on the public access,
the water boys
sports. Yeah. Do you know how much that we could just bounce off each other and not care? and he would just go on tangents and tell stories about.
Yeah, we wouldn't get. I like the guy. I'm not against the guy. The guy can talk. So it'd be and when you're nervous, that's the other thing. At least for me, and maybe he's the same way. Once he got in his rhythm, he was good. But when you're nervous, you're feeling that nervous energy with noise.
We should start having cliffhangers on our show,
dude,
like he did. Because
what did you think of that cliffhanger?
I'm like, okay,
yeah,
we want to know the story.
Definitely, it's like I was in my head. I was like, we'll have him back on, but I don't know when. Now I got to have him back a whole lot sooner, which is fine by me. And I almost kind of want to have Painted Horse, Nikki St. Costello, come on. Like, imagine if I had like Jackie and Melissa on again, and I'm like, oh, by the way, we got another guest, and I bring him in and just see how that would go.
Just not tell him.
Yeah, not tell him at all.
That'd even be better.
And then,
by the way, you might not talk.
With my brother. Could you imagine him and Bobby? Like those guys would just go back and I could probably just hit record and walk out.
Well, you know what you would have to do though, if you did this. Okay, I think it's a good idea, but you'd also have to do because he's going to be doing, at least from what I understand, with his podcast, what he's trying to do. It's also going to be videoed, right? It's
yes.
So if you decided to do this with Bobby or the girls or whoever, you'd have to also video it.
Yeah.
And get their reactions.
Dude, it would be crazy. It would be crazy. I mean, it was a lot of fun. It helped not knowing him. That's the other thing. Because you get general interest in people, and you're like, I don't know this story. I've never heard this story. Never heard this story. When he took a half an hour to explain where he got his name. A half an hour. Corey, you need to listen to this.
It is. It's actually pretty interesting. And I'll tell you this right now. I've heard of a ton of people hitchhiking across the country, whatever it is, right? I've heard a lot of people do that, did that in the past when they're younger, but I've never heard anybody that hitchhiked with a random person and continued being his friend forever.
Yeah.
That to me is amazing.
And what I don't think he understands is, like, to him, this is his life. And so maybe it's normal. Like maybe, I've done some crazy things. I know that they're crazy. You're wild. I'm not saying like he's a crazy person. I'm saying like the wild stories he has. But to someone like Corey would be like, I couldn't imagine doing like 98% of the stuff he's done. Wild.
Well, I will listen to it and then decide maybe that's the next part of my life.
Yeah, you should listen to it. It's.
Yeah, maybe I'm just going to do it on the backside of my life.
And the thing about it is, for those that did,
fighting a rock star, good luck almost killing a rock star.
Those that did listen to it, or those that need to go listen to it, it's crazy because you can tell it was such a small percentage of the guy's life.
Yeah,
I mean, it was an hour or whatever it was, but it was like you didn't get that far into it.
No. This is like the Bible. Like literally turn to Genesis 1.
Did he end when he was like 12 and that was a cliffhanger?
No, it wasn't. It was just like, oh, by the way, I did this and this. And then you're like, okay, well, judging by your age, this portion, you should have this. I literally went to Deep Lake, scooped up a cup of water, and then I've got all the rest of Deep Lake. Like that's in this episode is just one cup of water. It's crazy.
That's a great analogy.
Thank you. I came up with myself.
You know what? You are charming.
Thank you.
I still don't think we understand what the definition of charming
I'm
is.
actually pretty rizolific.
Okay, you lost it.
Let's do our shout outs. I always go Craig first. Let's go Corey first this time.
What?
Corey just fell over.
My shout out is to Jared. Thanks for the questions all the time, and I'll get you some results of our voting soon. I have some work to do. He knows what I'm talking about.
Okay, I like that one. Thanks for filling that. And hey, any other inside jokes you got, Craig? Or anything inside that you can let us know about with somebody else?
Hey, don't tell me how to do my shout outs.
I'm going to do a shout out to one of the good friends of the show, Seth Loop.
Oh, yeah.
Because I talk to him all the time at work. He keeps wanting to be on the show again, which we need to get him on here. It just doesn't work out sometimes, but I'm probably going to start golfing a little bit more here with him and stuff. Looking forward to it. So just I'll throw him the shout out.
I like it. Shout out to him. I'm going to shout out also a friend of the show, Garrett Duvall. Saw him at we had like a district-wide singing thing. Every school showed up with a bunch of kids that sang. Kane sang. And anyway, he was there. Katie was there. Happy birthday to her as well. But I actually got to ask him in person about the Garrett Street. And then and he was like, oh, yeah, but he's invited. I said, you're on anytime. And he's like, oh, I'm in. I'll be on. I said, all right. Well, it's usually Thursday afternoon with Craig and Corey. And he's like, all right, I'll make it work. So I know he's coaching. He's got other stuff going on, too. Got kids doing a lot of sports. So it'd be great to have Garrett on again. And also, shout out to my Uncle Don, who hit very fast back about a possible golf trip that may happen. I'm not sure if you guys looked at it, thought about it, and changed your guys' mind, but I was just thankful that he was so fast on it and was able to give the information right away to hopefully help either say no or yes to it.
I think it's still in the process. The feedback I got was people wanted to only go if you came also. So
I did not hear that. That is the opposite of what was said.
I mean, that's what I'm hearing.
That's the opposite of what
they only said. If the charming one comes, that we will golf.
The Riz?
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how that plays into your schedule.
Par ones, par twos, par threes, and par Riz.
Nobody wants to sleep with the Risley Bear, though.
Oh, he'll be rizzing all over the place. Riz. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. Go order the Bentley special and hopefully soon to be named the Stand and Stuff at OChef Country Kitchen.
I like Bentley special better.
Just get anything. It'll be good.
Yeah.
Just get whatever you want. It's delicious.
What? Can't go wrong on the menu. I put that.
That's a good slogan. Hey, get whatever you want.
Hey,
it's gonna be delicious.
That's what the commercial should be. Hey, you. Hey, come here. Hey, just get anything. It's good.
Hey, jump in the back of the van.
Whoa!
He's already tried that with Candy. I've seen that video.
You saw that one? It got deleted.
That was like 20 years ago.
That was. You remember that one?
I do.
It was a good one.
I got in the van.
How did you?
How do you think I got here to the podcast?
How did you know about that?
Because I got in the van.
No, how did you?
I was like 7 at the time.
You weren't in that. Were you?
I was in the van.
Were you in the video with me?
Was I? You don't remember that?
Did you go with me?
God, what a terrible memory.
Wow.
Wait, no.
Blowing his mind right now.
Corey.
No, I was not.
Okay. Gosh, I thought like for some reason I had you with me, and I'm like, why would I have Corey Bentley with me 20 years ago? But okay, maybe it happened.
Well, that's hurtful. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't I? Is the truth. Maybe we were in a mask at the time. I just saw your eyes. All right, everyone. Love you guys. Have a great week. Go Seahawks. Go Mariners coming up. Actually, Mariners suck during this preseason right now. Not preseason, sorry. Whatever they call it.
Spring training.
Yeah, they suck right now, but hopefully that's good news. I don't know. But go Mariners.
Hey guys, great show. Bless up.
Oh, God. No.